Lately, more and more news have been featuring neural networks. A lot of people love them. A lot of people praise the creators of them for making an efficient tool that is easy to use and that is very powerful, that can do a job that previously only people were able to do. But some people are a bit more skeptical. They are worried that neural nets might take their job, might eliminate people working in creative fields, and just do a lot of harm. I want to address this topic and name main threats and benefits of using neural networks and this technology as a whole. So I want to start by explaining the way it works. And the main algorithm of all neural nets is a deep learning process, which I'm going to explain through a diagram. So let's say we want to create a neural net that analyzes pictures and tells us if there's a bird in it, just because it will be a bit more visual and a bit more easier to understand. We have a lot of data to which we already know the outcome. And we represent it on a coordinate system as a group of dots for this diagram. The task of a neural network then is to generalize a function, make it a bit more obvious, see a bigger picture, because unlike humans, which run on gray matter, neural networks run on computer power, on math and algorithms. So it's crucial to create a function that can be fed data and creates output. In mathematical terms, this is made using least squares method. This is the method of approximation of data. It might look something like this. This is just a demonstration. But now that we have a function, we can use images neural network hasn't seen before, feed it to the algorithm, and get output. Oh, I am so sorry. Interesting. I can see that my presentation isn't working. And
for now, maybe it froze, but now
on which slide, if you can tell me?
So it froze on the first slide.
So
I
sorry.
haven't seen any other slides.
Okay.
But now it's working.
Okay. So I'm just gonna skip through them so that you are able to see. So we gather a lot of data, we feed it to the algorithm. It creates a function out of the data, approximates it, gathers it a bit better into a bigger picture. And now that it has this graph, we can feed unknown previously images to the algorithm and still get correct output. In this case, again, the program was designed to know if the picture has a bird. So that's why the outcome is that way. And not only that, but we can actually invert a function and instead ask the neural network to generate us a picture of a bird. That is the main algorithm of neural networks, the deep learning process, and in a nutshell, how do they work? Okay, so the algorithm is on the outside rather simple, but it's not super transparent and it's not easy to control, which brings us to the topic of threats, possible threats that might come out of it. The first one is the black box. Initially, it's an issue connected to lack of transparency. Because there are so many decision-making, so many individual neurons and processing cells, it's hard to control the outcome and it's hard to predict it. That's why a lot of the time, even the creators of a neural network don't fully know how it operates and what outcome can it give to a specific question. That touches all the types of neural nets, but there are some issues that are specific to the type of the algorithm. For example, chat neural nets like ChatGPT, the ones who run on text and can display code if asked, can be used by hackers. People can ask neural nets to write malicious code, and there have been already instances of neural networks breaking into websites, stealing passwords, and genuinely probing software. Also, with neural networks that can generate text-to-speech and are designed to be extremely human, they can be used as tool for phishing attacks. For example, there's a neural network called Wall-E, which was designed by Microsoft company that can, using a 3-second recording of someone's voice, generate a message in that voice with emotion. And that can lead to people using it for their own purposes. But there are other issues. A lot of artists, for example, have issues with image generating neural networks because digital artists live off of the artwork they sell, the artwork that they put money, effort, time in creating. And for AI to just study it and then collage it together, change a simple detail and pass it off without any sort of copyright is problematic, because now people can get images for free, and images that other people created, they can get it for free and they can sell it. It's really big issues for platforms like DeviantArt, with a lot of artists writing and putting this specific no AI image in their bios to stop this from happening. But why are we still using it if it's so dangerous, if it's so problematic? We're using neural networks because it is better than people in some fields. It is more precise. It is technically fairer because it doesn't have subjective view. It learns quicker than people, and it is capable of parallel processing, which people struggle with. But not only neural networks are sometimes better than people, they are better than some of the programs because they can work with incomplete data and they have good fault resistance. If we get an average program, if we feed it incorrect data, it's going to give us incorrect output. But that's not an issue for majority of neural networks. The way they are designed, they eliminate this issue completely, and that makes them better, that makes them superior to some of the programs. So the main threat, the main sometimes illogical fear people have is fear of replacement. They are worried that neural networks will replace them completely, will take their jobs. And I want to address it by reminding people of how the first camera was created. When first photograph was taken in 1826, people were worried that artists will not be needed anymore because camera can take portrait in 1 second. But now, fast forward almost 2 centuries, we have art of photography. And that is what I think will happen to neural networks. I think it will be so deeply engraved in our lives, and we will have huge benefit from it. I think the fear that we have currently is just a fear of unknown, and it will go away in some time. I'm really hopeful that that will happen. That is all I have to say about this topic. Thank you very much. I'm waiting for your questions.
Thank you.